Can you imagine the weight of a single moment, where one act of courage and kindness not only saves a life but changes the course of many? This is the story of a poor girl who saved a boy hanging off a cliff, only to be stunned when his millionaire father showed up. What happened next is a powerful reminder of how kindness crosses every divide. It was a crisp autumn afternoon in a small, forgotten town, nestled against rugged hills. Leaves swirled in the breeze, their rustling whispering secrets to anyone who would listen. In this town lived Mia, a girl of 16, who carried the invisible burden of poverty like a second skin. Her clothes were worn but clean, her hands calloused from countless chores, yet her eyes sparkled with an unyielding hope. Every day Mia worked after school to help her single mother make ends meet, but she never let hardship harden her heart. On this particular day, Mia took her usual shortcut through the woods on her way home. The sun was dipping lower, casting golden hues over the landscape. Suddenly a desperate cry pierced the quiet, sharp, terrified, urgent. She followed the sound, heart pounding until she reached the edge of a steep cliff where a boy no older than 12 was clinging with trembling fingers to a jagged rock ledge. His face was pale, streaked with dirt and sweat, eyes wide with terror as his small body strained to hold on. Below him, the jagged rocks awaited like a cruel trap. Without a second thought, Mia dropped her backpack and scrambled down the slope, her hands gripping roots and stones. The wind whipped around, them carrying the boy's panicked breaths, mixing with the scent of damp earth and pine. "Hold on, I'm coming," Mia called, her voice steady despite the chaos. Her heart hammered in her chest as she reached out, fingers brushing his trembling hand. The boy's grip faltered, and for a terrifying second, it seemed he might fall. But Mia didn't hesitate. She grabbed his hand firmly and hauled him up, muscle and willpower battling gravity. At last, both of them collapsed onto the flat ground, gasping for breath, tears streaming down their faces, not from pain but relief. "Thank you," the boy whispered, voice cracking. Mia smiled softly, brushing dirt from his cheek. "You're safe now. Let's get you home." As they stood, a sleek black car suddenly roared up the dusty road nearby. A sharply dressed man stepped out, tall, confident, with an air of authority. His eyes searched frantically until they landed on them. Boy recognition flashed and he rushed forward. "Ethan, are you all right?" The man's voice was thick with worry. Turning to Mia, he said, "You saved my son. How can I ever thank you?" Mia blinked, caught off guard. Ethan's father wasn't just any man. He was a millionaire, known for his business empire that reached across the country. For a moment, the vast chasm between their worlds seemed to stretch wider than the cliff itself. But instead of looking down on her, the man knelt beside Mia, his expression sincere. "You're a hero. Please, let me help you." Mia's heart swelled. Here was kindness, unexpected and pure, breaking barriers in an instant. Over the next weeks, Ethan and Mia's lives intertwined in ways neither could have imagined. Ethan, once shy and guarded, grew braver under Mia's steady friendship. Mia, once weighed down by struggle, found new hope through the father's generosity, not just in money but in belief and opportunity. Yet the true transformation was in the small acts of kindness that rippled outward. Ethan's father funded a community center in Mia's town, offering resources for children and families who, like Mia, dreamed of a better future. And Mia? She kept her humble spirit, reminding everyone that courage and kindness are not measured by wealth but by the heart. So what if a simple act, reaching out a hand to someone in need, could start a chain reaction? Can you picture how one girl's bravery gave not just life but hope to an entire community? That's the power kindness holds. If this story touched you, imagine what your own kindness could do. Share your story in the comments below. Let's inspire each other to make the world a little brighter, one act at a time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a story that warms the heart and restores faith in humanity. And if you want to hear about a young man whose life was turned upside down by a stranger's kindness, stay tuned for our next video. You won't want to miss it, because kindness isn't just a moment, it's a movement, and it starts with you.